Good morning and welcome to Inka Deshula's channel. Good morning and welcome to Inka Deshula. This morning we'll be discussing how to make 100, how to make over 500% returns in onion buying and storage business. Yeah, have I decided to do this. I wanted to do this some time ago, but there was no time. So I'll be fast and brief about it because I don't want to stay much long on each of the videos. Maybe some 15-10 minutes. Okay, now I've explained the onions circle. Onions are onions are grown in the northern part of Nigeria, and the harvest are done early. The harvest of onions are done early. The harvest of onions are done early January. From January, February, March, there'll be plenty onions. Onions is 4 months. It was planted in September, and by January, February, March, you see the onions be harvested. And when it is harvested, there's always surplus. Actually, an 100 kg bag goes for like 1,000, sometimes 1,005, and gradually from there they start telling you, okay, from 1,000 it start increasing to 1,500, it increased to 2,000, it increased to 3,000. Why is that so? Because onion is growing just once in a year, as in it is grown in the north in bulk, in Kebbi, in Castina, in Kebbi, in Bauchi, in Castina, and some other places, and it's growing just once period. That's September, October, November, December, which is about 4 months period, and then we start harvesting in January. By the time we have those onions, you find out that you have plenty. By the time we have those onions, we have plenty in stock. Farmers are virtually begging everybody, please come and buy, please come and buy. I remember during this year lockdown, farmers were forced. They started moving the onions to Cameroon, to other nearby countries with trailers. Yes, you see trailer load of farmers moving onions. You see trailer load of farmers moving the onions to Cameroon, to some other places, and they keep moving the onions out like that. So now, why did I say you should? What are the benefits of getting involved in this business? Okay, you find out that in January the onion is like 1,000, 1,005. We are in April now. By February, March, April, the onions keep increasing. It might be increasing with 200 naira, 300 naira per bag, increased. So it means when it is 1,005 in January, by April or February, it could be 2,000. By this month now that we have the onions is now currently 5,000, 6,000. And before we get to December, March, April, May, June, July. Before we get to December, the onion will have been 15,000, 20,000, 30,000. If we even use the prediction of last year, most cases usually between 20 to 40,000 by December. But last year there was an extraordinary increase in prices, which we cannot use to judge every other prices. The extraordinary increase in prices was that onion was sold at 85,000 per 100 kg bag. I was at my 12th December because somebody supported to give me a bag, give me a contract for me to supply onion. But it was shocking. The bag was 85,000 naira. Now, for the 85,000 naira bag, find out, imagine the same onion that was bought in January for 2,015 and every other thing. So it's a good business, and some people have been investing in it for quite some time. Onion storage business. So briefly, I'm going to share with us things you need to consider, things you need to put in place before you can target that. There's no business without its own challenges. So I'm going to bring out some other things, the challenges, and whatever you need to do. Now, the first thing to do when you want to store onion is to go to the market in the north. This is those market, Alero in Kebbi State, and some other places, Bauchi, Castina. You go there and go and buy your onions. Now, when you are buying the onions, they tell you onion. I'm telling you right now, okay, the price of onion is 5,000 and 6,000. If you get to the market, you're not going to get it for 5,000 or 6,000. The price of onion you are going to get is going to be, okay, if it is 5,000, you are going to pay for loading. You are going to pay for somebody that will carry it for you. You are going to pay for the bag. You are going to pay something in they call the agent fee or whatever. Yes. So by the time you had these things, so if anybody is telling you, okay, onion is only 6,000, by the time you had all this agent fee, this fee, that fee, and the other fee, the price will have increased to 7,000, 6,005. So whatever price somebody is giving you right now, add those. We call it eating called hidden costs in market. So you had those hidden costs into factor them in. So if you plan to go and buy, currently, like I said, it's between 5,000, 6,000 for a bag of onion, but I know it's going to keep increasing and increasing and increasing. So if you are going there right now, those are the prices you might get in the market in years. Now, I think I can give you a contact in Kano, but the contact is not, you have to still do your own work, your research, make sure you are there to buy the onions by yourself, one. Now, like I told you, there's some hidden fees you need to factor into those costs, and that's why I've been telling you the hidden fees. Now, the second thing to consider is your transportation. If you are coming from Ekiti, like a sister asked me from Ekiti, she said she's really interested. She wants to buy like, what if she wants to buy like 100 bags and everything. If you are considering your transportation, you see, most of the trailers or the transport that moves from the north, they move directly to Lagos, as in from the north to Lagos. And when they get to Lagos, they move from the north to Lagos. And when they get to Lagos, they know where to offload, or they go to Ibadan. So it's possible. What's buyers or people that are buying do is they contribute. I buy 50 bags, somebody is buying 20 bags, somebody is buying 10 bags, or we just have things, then we fill it up in the trailers, and then the cost is gradually reduced. But if for people that they are off-road, as in my place is off-road, as in I'm going to Ekiti, which means you are not going straight to Lagos, I'm going to Abeokuta, or you are going to you are branching to a place that doesn't have the straight direct vehicles, you will incur more cost in purchasing the onions or in purchasing whatever you are bringing from the north. How do you incur more cost? One, because the vehicle will not, if you ask the vehicle to divert to go and drop your load, it means you will pay extra. You are taking him off this road. I remember when I was moving from the north to, when I was moving from Minna to Lagos, I used a vehicle, those vehicles that park here from the north to park my loads. They have to first move my load to Ogere or wherever in Ogun State before moving back to Lagos for me to drop those things. So they will charge you more if they are going towards your way. You know what I mean? They are going off the road for you to go and supply, because the lady that was taking the vehicle off Lagos roads to that place pay more compared to those of us that are really coming straight. So if you are going off-road, you should prepare and plan to pay more for the onions. It means your cost is gradually increasing. So it's no more 5,000, it's no more 6,000. Those are the things we don't really factor in when we are considering these things. And I love to explain it so that people don't just get there and be caught surprisingly. Okay, so you factor those into your transport. Now, before you go and buy onion, you need to have created the place you're going to keep the onion. Onion is not as highly perishable, just like onion is not like highly perishable like the way it's not as highly perishable like the way your tomato, your mangoes, your peppers and everything. So they have a longer lifespan. But despite that longer lifespan, they don't want it. What I mean by it is they don't want anything that will eat them up. They want a hairy, cool place to be stored. So the best thing to do for you start a construction. You start constructing a place for the onion. There's a makeshift construction we can make for onion. Yeah, it needs something 1, 2, 3, like as if you are building a staircase. As you are building the staircase, you have 1, 2, 3, and then so that if one is like this, another one's like this, there's a space in between the two gaps, another one like this. It's on top of those things you are building that the onions will be staying. And while the onion is staying there, they won't touch each other, and they can be spread on a flat thing. And then breeze can enter through this side, and through the underneath of it. And so you really need a storage facility. So you need to design a storage facility so that as soon as your onion comes, you spread it right there. While you spread it right there, you go in there every week or every 5 days or 1 week. Go and be picking the ones that seems as if they are growing, check it, press it, remove them. Ones that look, maybe you'll be seeing one of them that look as if they are growing up or they are growing, you remove them and keep them separate, or you can use them at home. It means those ones cannot last longer. They are not properly dried before they were moved out for sale. So you really need those. You really need those onions. You really need to check those ones. So you have to be checking that like once a week. Make sure you go there and sort the difference between them like that. That's for the onions. Now your cost of the storage you are going to build. If you have interest in doing this kind of business, you don't have the mind that, okay, I will just do it once and forget about it. No, you should have this mentality, okay, I want to continuously do this, so that the storage you are building, the storage facility you are constructing can last for a longer time. It means it saves you because the money you used to build it in the first year will spread over time, and you don't really need to get back the money immediately, right? You know what I mean? So you spread your costs. So those are the factors you need to consider when storing onion. When you are talking of where to sell the onion, the onions, you see, thank God everybody knows it's highly demanded and it keeps reducing in circulation all the time. Like I said, it keeps reducing circulation. So start selling your onion by September. October. Why did I say September, October? You see, if any onion you store, 50 bags, 10 bags, 100 bags, if you don't finish selling them by December ending, another new harvest is coming out in January. And once that new harvest comes, you know what happens? The price will crash. So if you store your onion, you start selling by October, November, start moving it to market. October, November, and make sure what you have is finished off by December so that you don't really have anything, don't even have anything again. So you keep storing. That's the way for you to store your onion. And then so you discover that by the time you are ready to sell in December, the same onion you bought, okay, we've added some hidden cost to it, and we are saying they are now going to 6,000, 7,000. And at the end of the day, by December, you might be selling them 30, 40,000. Already, you already have 500. 7,000, 100% increase is 14,000. So when you are selling 30, 40,000, you already have your 500% increase in onion. This process goes every year. It has been going, just like the way tomato used to peak, and like now in the market, the tomato price is up, and nobody people will start shouting now. The same way with onions, you find out that every blessed year, onions price increases from January to December, and then when a new harvest is out, price crash again and start the process all over again. So if you are storing onion, you make sure you start selling October, November, December, and make sure you dispose whatever you have by then. Just go to the market, and definitely the price will have increased. Even this year, 2021, we are expecting, I'm expecting a higher price of onion. Why? Because during the food crisis, where the North refused to supply foodstuff to the Southwest, they were diverting the onions to Cameroon and everything. Those were the ones that were supposed to be in storage that we will have met by October, November, December. So they've diverted it. So the onion scarcity might quickly start compared to other years, and then until when they will planted again. Because the mentality, the belief in the North is that onion can only be planted in one season, which is that season where most people in the North, thousands of farmers plant onion that make us to have bulk once in a year. So I hope with this I'll be able to convince you and explain some of the challenges, just like people keep asking me. From the questions I have here, we've discussed the orange storage business, we've discussed this transportation, how you can minimize the cost of transportation by getting involved with some other people, as in you can't buy one bag, you can't store 2 bags, you can't store 3 bags. How will you travel all the way to Kebbi State to store 5 bags, 10 bags? It's not cost effective. So you should be prepared to store a large storage. And then, yes, in the store, in the market, there are places there are places, as in they have storage facilities in the market, but they are not safe. Yes, they are not safe. I know a friend, like I told you, who once stored onions. By the time he was selling at 500% increase, but the onions have reduced in quantity. They've stolen the onions at the storage facility where he kept it. So please I don't advise you store your onions in the market or with those storage facilities in the market. I would suggest and advise that you get your own storage facilities. That's why it's better to move it close to your place move it to where you have trusted hands so that you can sell it off at your own right time. Then I've mentioned the other expenses, the alabaru, the loading, the bags. You buy the bags, you load, you will pay this, you will pay that. Though those are minor stuff. So if onion is selling the market for 5,000, add those one to it, you'll be paying like 5,005 or 5. No, the price increases. Market stores, no. Then time to sell, I've mentioned it. So with these few ones of mine, few little ones, just like I'm just new to YouTube, and I hope these have been beneficial to some people that may want to go into interest. If you have any question, you can put it right there on the net, ask the question there, and then I can be reached on 08064688501. And my name is Inka Deshola. I'm a farmer, I'm a trainer, and I'll be coming in every day to pick one topic. Hopefully tomorrow or next tomorrow, we'll be dealing with when more people know I'm now on YouTube, we'll be dealing more with our export project. And then another factors to be considered is invite your friends, subscribe to my channel, and I can readily every day provide you with something. And then if you have a topic that has been bothering you in crop production, in everything, you can send it to me. I'll be there to take care of it. You are welcome, and get yourself some funds by getting involved in onion storage facility.